Hey everybody, welcome to All Things T-Cat. And well, today I'm not with Gus. No, I'm actually going to be taking a hike on a trail that I've never hiked before, so I'm inviting you to come along. Today we are going to find ourselves at the Reimart Memorial Bird Haven and the Brenner Penfield Macungie Mountain Preserve. And this gives you a look at the trails. We parked up here at the mountain road trailhead, so we'll walk up a ways, and then you can see we got Sheep's Rock, the Throne, and it goes all the way back. I don't know how far I'll go, but it's my first time on this trail. One thing I could tell you is it's already starting up, and I'm not really, haven't taken any hikes this year where I've done really a major incline. It's definitely a rocky trail. It's not going to be an easy hike. You see a lot of rocks, a lot of tripping hazards. Pennsylvania is a tough state to hike. You hear that a lot when people are on the Appalachian Trail. They call it, I think, Rocksylvania. But we're currently on the Magnolia Trail, and we got to keep a lookout for those blazes right there. I've never been on this trail before, so I don't know what to expect. But I can tell you, my legs are going to get a workout today, as well as my cardiovascular system. So far, the trail is well blazed. And that's important, especially if you're not familiar with a place that you're hiking for the first time. I could definitely see quite a few breaks on this hike. Nice boulder formation over there. Feel it in my calves. Watch out for your tripping hazards. So far the trail is pretty clear and well marked. We just keep going up and up and up. Well, this looks like a good place for a break. It is humid too. It's 88% humidity. Kind of pretty out here. And I'm the only one on the trail, so it's nice and quiet. I did pick up 3 bottles of water from McDonald's because I know I'm going to need those today. So a few more minutes on the break and then we'll get going. Here you go, folks. This doesn't do it justice, but we are hiking up the mountain, and that is quite the incline. Yeah, that's almost not quite straight up, but not far from being just a straight upward climb. We see a lot of fallen timber, which is natural in the woods. But yeah, we have to follow the trail up to that top. And I'm not going to get there by just standing here and talking, that's for sure. Some more rock formations right there. A lot of boulders you'll find in Pennsylvania, left over, I guess, from, probably the Ice Age, I would imagine. But Pennsylvania does have a lot of rocks and boulders. And the trail is well marked. But you do have to keep your eyes downward. You see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of trip hazards. So you're not only battling the incline, you want to make sure that you can step up or don't get your foot caught on something like this and do a header into one of these rocks. That, my friends, would be bad news. But now we're starting that steep incline I showed you. We're working our way up. And if I have to, I'll stop and take how many breaks is necessary. I'm not trying out for Olympic mountain climbing. I'm here to get some exercise and enjoy the day. You can also twist an ankle very easily on these rocks. I almost just did it. So if something good comes up, I need my both hands and full attention for this. I will let you all know. Wow. I think the Tulip Trail continues this way. All right, I'll check back with you later. I gotta be honest with you. The trail blazes kind of seem like they disappear. I'm not really sure which way to go. But I just don't see any more going up. So I guess in that case I'll start back down, since I really don't have a map and I've just been relying on these blazes. Now going down could be worse than coming up. There's another blaze right there. The problem is when you get in the woods, they all start looking alike. That's where I start getting a little nervous, because I'm not really a Daniel Boone type, if you know what I'm saying. So I'll just look for something that looks like a trail. Maybe I'll call this video my lost adventure. So I think this was the way I came, because there's the trail marker going up, and it took me up there, but then there's no markers up there that I could see. I have to be careful, because as I'm looking for these markers, there's all these stones around here too. I take back what I said about it being well marked. It is for a while. And then it kind of just, the yellow signs just disappear. So this is a trail coming down and going up. Some more there. Some more over here. Right there. I'm just looking for these yellow signs. As long as I see those, I should be okay. And if you ever do this, guys and gals, and you do it alone, make sure you tell somebody where you're going in the event of an emergency, or you would get lost. And just stay where you're at. That way someone could call rescuers and say, hey, yeah, he was going hiking in this place and he was on this trail, and they should be able to find you. The lower half of this trail was a lot easier. Well marked, and clearly you could see where the path was cut out. But then as you get up higher, it gets a little confusing, and I didn't see any blaze markers. And I don't know these woods well enough. It's the first time I'm actually hiking in them. Looks like this might have one time crossed the path and someone came out here with a chainsaw and cut it up so that you can access the trail. This gets a little tricky here. This might have been the rock I took my brake on. So when you are out in the trails, definitely try to look for things as landmarks. A little cave or something down in there. Be a nice little shelter for something. What, I don't know. It's a natural shelter. Nature provided it. Just out here plugging away, guys. Some other trails down here that branch off. I'm debating whether I should take them or not, just to see where they go. I'll decide when I get there. Let's see how difficult they are. I never could seem to make it to the top of mountains when I start these hikes. Not because I'm physically incapable, it's because it gets a little hard to navigate. Now you see there's an abundance of them here. There's no way off a mountain road at that trailhead that you could get lost, because there are plenty of markers both coming up and coming down the mountain. And the path is pretty well identifiable. It doesn't mix in. As you sort of get near the top, the paths or the trails, they sort of disappear on you. The sweat's coming down now, guys. That humidity. My shirt is soaking wet. Whoa. I would never attempt this in the wintertime. I wouldn't even attempt it in the fall because the leaves could cover up a lot of these trip hazards, not to mention the trail. I want to look for the Magnolia Trail because I'm still on Tulip. Because that's the one I came in on. Another blaze marker coming up on the right. Surprisingly, I didn't see any wildlife at all, which is odd. I didn't even see any deer in here, or squirrel. Heard a couple birds, but didn't even see them. Very strange. Like something might live in there. It's burrowed out at the base of this huge tree. And I do mean huge. I mean, it's got to be a couple 100 years old, easy. I'm no tree expert, but based on the height and the size of the trunk, it's a couple 100 years old. I didn't see that intersection where the trails crossed. I wonder if I'm going in the right direction. I mean, I see more blazes here, but I'm still on the Tulip Trail. And I'm looking for Magnolia. But my instincts are telling me just keep going this way. Because I was traveling, when I came in, the sun was in that direction. So it's transversing from the east to midday to the west. So I want to keep the sun off to my right, and it should bring me back to civilization. Even if I don't come out where I came in. A mosquito? Yeah. They have to be out, folks. They have to be out. Now, where does the trail go from here? Oh, it's behind this tree. You can't really see it. And now you got to break off and come back up, and I guess around. Okay, we'll do that. What do we got up here? I think this is the intersection. Ouch. All right, that's how we started going up. So I just went up and just came down and around back out to this intersection. And then the Magnolia Trail goes that way. And it also goes that way. I think that's the way back to the trailhead. It splits up there. I'll just go this way a little bit since I'm here. But if it starts to get a little hairy, I'm going to turn back. At least this one's, for now, a little level. There's no mountain elevation to climb. Oh, I keep catching my foot on these rocks. It's very annoying. Very quiet in here. You don't hear nothing. Nothing. I mean nothing. I hear a bird off in the distance. Here we have some kind of little pit impression. And again, it's hard to tell with these cameras, but it's right here. There is a circular, some type of pit, and the ground is sunken in. I keep kicking these rocks. They stick up. They are absolutely annoying. They'll ruin any hike. No real interesting scenery to speak of. Nothing out here but boulders and fallen timber and steep hills, or mountain climb, I should say. When you get into these mountain trails and they start branching off like arteries, it can get very, very confusing. And if you're not really good at navigation in the woods, you can get lost very easily. You can hear the cicadas. I think that's what they're called, those bugs that you often hear in late summer. That's the only thing that's breaking the silence in this woods. It's very eerie, to be honest with you. Although at the same time, it's very, very peaceful. That got uprooted right here. You can see where the roots came right out of the ground, right here. Probably the most interesting thing I've seen on this hike so far. You see what I mean? This all just blends in. This all blends in. I haven't seen them. Oh, here's one up here. I was going to say, I haven't seen a marker for a while. And you start questioning yourself. Am I going the right way? Then a little bit of panic wants to set in, but it's the worst thing you could do. Magnolia. So we're on the right trail. Someone had spray painted that white to let you know you're on the Magnolia. And then they started putting these blazes up, these physical blazes. Yeah, the humidity's starting to get me now. I can feel it. Get off the trail somehow. And I just tripped over another rock. Oh, I'm having a great time. Now I'm going back up the mountain, which I don't want to do. So now we got to stop and get our bearings. Now here I'm going off trail, which probably isn't advisable. I don't even really see that one. This is the boundary line. So what does this mean? I'm on someone's private property now? Yeah, the lost adventure, folks. Because I have no idea where that intersection is. Gotta make sure I check for bugs too. Oh, it isn't, but this is the way I started going up to the Tulip Trail. And that's the Magnolia Trail, but I want to be on Magnolia, the lost adventure. I hope. Almost tripped again, but I heard that bird. Almost sounds like you're in the jungles of Vietnam. With this humidity, it feels like you're in the jungles of Vietnam. I don't know, this isn't looking familiar, guys. Huh. Another little nest down in there. But I do see blazes here, so it's got to be familiar. Good thing, too, to take one of these sticks along. It does help. Don't feel like, oh, I'd be a sissy if I didn't take my hiking pole with me. No, most people carry two. I just find one sufficient. Like I've been coming down this thing forever. I do see some cars up ahead, so this must be the trailhead, so I know I've made it. Oh. God, I caught my ankle on that rock. Safely back. Man, it seems like it's taken me longer to go down than it did to go up. That you think would be easier. I really wish I could have made it all the way to the top. I wish the trail was a little better marked. My shoe came open. It's taken a beating, that's for sure. And we have made it. Here's the trailhead straight ahead. And this is the Reimert Memorial Bird Haven in loving memory of William and Virginia Reimert. Two hearts that understood snowy dogwood blossoms and the song of a lark. Follow with love the path within the wood. Find the mystery of life. And it's mounted on this very, very large, you can see boulder right here. I know we didn't get to the top because I didn't come up to the other parking lot. And that went straight through, so I didn't make it that far up. I might have gone somewhere right into this area here. Well, look at the hair from the sweat. No, don't look at the hair from the sweat. Hey, thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. It's something different. Okay, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for today's hiking adventure. Hi, my friends. This is All Things TCAT saying bye-bye from the trail. And I'll see you real soon with another video. Take care, everyone.